Ron Wyden joined us in the studio to answer some questions. We just talked about the G20 summit and President Trump's philosophy of America first, sort of an isolationist philosophy. Have we abdicated some leadership going into this G20 summit?
It seems to me we are creating something of a vacuum, and clearly China wants to fill it. Now, 1 out of 5 jobs in Oregon revolves around international trade. And the trade jobs often pay better than do the non-trade jobs. So people ask me about my economic philosophy. I say, let's grow it here, let's make it here, let's add value to it here, and then let's ship it somewhere. And I don't want to see China picking up some of those opportunities that Oregonians and Americans can get.
Okay. We also heard about Trump meeting with Putin for the first time in a sort of a sit-down setting. Will he be direct and ask Putin about whether there was meddling in the election last year?
Look, there are a host of issues they have to deal with. Obviously, Syria is enormously important. Putin on the side of Assad, we aren't. But I do hope that the president will be blunt and say that, Mr. Putin, it is clear your government hacked our election. Don't let it happen again.
The president spoke about North Korea before the G20 summit. Let's listen to that, Senator, and then I'll ask for your comments here.
As far as North Korea is concerned, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't like to talk about what I have planned, but I have some pretty severe things that we're thinking about. That doesn't mean we're going to do them. I don't draw red lines.
Do you have confidence in this president when it comes to responding to North Korea?
My view is that it's time to take some very concrete steps. For example, trade between China and North Korea seems to have gone up 34% recently. Clearly, we have to send a message to the Chinese that that is not acceptable. And then I believe China will really take us seriously on this when we make it clear to the Chinese that they have to support banking restrictions and that we are going to take steps, if they don't, to make it clear that we are going to have to up the ante.
Well, and confidence aside, because of this successful missile launch, just in general, should the American people, should we be concerned about that?
Because it's obvious that the North Korean government clearly is on a march, a relentless march to develop a missile capability that will reach our shores. The question is, what are we going to do about it? Because they have been pursuing this strategy for some time, and it seems to me both in terms of tough, enforceable trade measures, getting serious about sending a message to Chinese financial institutions, and then mobilizing a global coalition to deal with North Korea. Those are 3 practical steps we can take.
Okay, healthcare. You knew we were going to get to this right now. Do you think the Republicans during this recess will somehow come together when they get back to Washington, D.C. and come up with some sort of plan that Democrats can get behind, or do you think their plan is dead? Mitch McConnell said today, hey, maybe we should just fix Obamacare. Isn't that what Democrats were saying before this whole thing began?
My hope is when Republicans come back, they will say, as we have said in America, whenever we've had a big issue, it's going to have to be bipartisan, and they will drop what's called reconciliation, which is kind of our way or the highway kind of approach. And as you all know, I've made my top priority in public service working in a bipartisan way on health care. And we've got to do that. I mean, these prescription drug prices are going through the stratosphere. I've got ideas like my spike bill, which would require drug companies, when they want these huge price hikes, to justify them. I think we can get Democrats and Republicans behind that.
And you're right now going around to different town hall meetings. We posted on Facebook that you were going to be here, and we got a lot of response from folks who have questions. If people want to continue to ask you questions in person, can you tell them where they can maybe meet you on these town halls?
We'll be in Redmond tomorrow. Then on Saturday, we'll be in Springfield and Newburgh. These sites are posted at my website, wyden.senate.gov. I've had 51 of these town hall meetings this year, more than we ever have. There is unprecedented interest in the issues. We wanted to provide unprecedented access for citizens. They can get it all on our website, and then we'll have had 54 town hall meetings for the year by the end of the weekend.
All right. Senator Wyden, thank you once
Thanks
again
for
for stopping
me.
by and
Enjoyed
answering
it very
the
much.
Always a
questions.
pleasure.
Thanks so much.
Thank you
Take
so
good care.
much.
Take
Bye
care.
now.
Still ahead tonight in a